Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we'll be doing a camera review of the new Samsung Galaxy M33 5G. So Samsung Galaxy M33 5G comes with a 50 megapixel quad camera setup, and you also get an 8 megapixel selfie camera. So let's see how good the camera experience is for this price segment. So Samsung Galaxy M33 is a phone which is priced below the 20,000 rupees in India. So let's see how the camera performance is for this segment. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's first have a look at the camera hardware. The Samsung Galaxy M33 5G comes with a 50 megapixel sensor, which is a JN1 sensor which has f1.8 aperture. Then you get a secondary 5 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and a third 2 megapixel macro sensor and a fourth 2 megapixel depth sensor. For selfies, we have an 8 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture. So let's see how the camera performance is for this price segment. In terms of daylight condition, the 50 megapixel sensor does a good job in bringing details. The colors are quite good and offers good details too. The colors remain more or less natural, and even the sky colors are also quite good with processing. The sharpness levels are pretty decent, and this is evident when you pixel peep. This could be slightly improved as well. The dynamic range is once again decent, although some shadows are not resolved properly. Overall, we like the quality of the daylight shots, but there is still room for improvement, especially in terms of dynamic range and sharpness levels. The phone has a 5 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, which is a downgrade from the 8 megapixel we see on most of the phones in this segment. Here the colors are similar to the main camera, and dynamic range is also decent. But the main problem is the details and sharpness levels from the 5 megapixel camera, and the edges are blurred and lacking sharpness levels too. Moving on to the close-up shots, the phone comes with pretty good imaging capabilities, and once again the colors are pretty good and there is no saturation issues. The sharpness levels are also quite decent. The phone does come with a 2 megapixel macro sensor, and the performance is average, while colors are much better and details are also good. But the sharpness levels are average because it's just a 2 megapixel sensor. There is too much of noise in the images, and sharpness is not that great too. Now moving on to the portraits, here the phone gets you good portraits with good skin tones, and sharpness levels are also quite okay. But at the same time, edge detection isn't perfect here, and it misses on few complex edges. Next up, the low light captures. The low light performance is quite decent in indoor lights or artificial lights for a phone in this segment. The sharpness levels are quite okay, but not so great. When you turn on the night mode, the images are more cleaner and there is an effort to reduce the noise, but noise is pretty evident here as well. We feel there is definitely room for improvement in the low light photography. Finally, the selfie camera. The 8 megapixel produces decent selfies. Once again, we like the skin tones of the selfies. The colors looks good too, and with dynamic range being decent here. The sharpness levels are decent as it is just an 8 megapixel shooter. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, you can judge based on the images shown. The phone also comes with portrait mode for selfies. Here it does a decent job with portrait selfies, although edge detection could be better. Now moving on to the video recording, the phone has 4K at 30 FPS, which is not found on many phones in this price segment. While the quality is good and it gives sharp and clean video with details, there is no stabilization and it is not recommended for moving footage. There is also 1080p at 60 FPS. Once again, footage looks good, but there is no stabilization offered. The 1080p at 30 FPS footage gets you EIS. The video quality is quite good for the segment. There is good colors and stabilization works pretty well. It also comes with 1080p ultra wide angle video. Once again, it offers stabilization, but quality is average. The phone also supports slow motion and super slow motion videos, and quality is quite decent. this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Samsung Galaxy M33 5G, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output. So that was a detailed camera review of the Samsung Galaxy M33 5G. With good daylight captures, decent selfies and decent video recording, the camera performance still needs improvement. The low light performance isn't bad but can be improved. The macros are okay but not so great. So that was our experience with the Samsung Galaxy M33 5G's camera. So what do you guys think about the camera on the Samsung Galaxy M33 5G? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.